Right after that powerful message from Reverend Lucy Natasha. She's still in studio, by the way. Let's now get to Willis the Word Master. Let's learn some proper English pronunciations. Willis, how are you doing this evening?
Betty, I'm fine, and I have to thank you for finding out how I'm doing. How are you?
I'm great, Willis. And so I want us to start right from Word on the Street, Willis. Listen to what Kenyans had to say on the streets.
Ulinant. Ulinant.
Aeronaut.
Aeronauts. Aeronauts.
Aeronauts. Aeronauts. Aeronauts.
Aeronaut. Aeronaut.
Aeronaut. Aeronaut.
Aeronaut. Aeronaut.
Aeronaut. Aeronaut.
Aeronaut. Aeronaut. Aeronaut.
Aeronauts. Aeronauts.
Ulinant. Ulinant.
Willis, I can't even make what the last person was trying to say there. So how do we go about that one?
Betty, I have always said some of the English words are tricky when it comes to correct or acceptable pronunciation. But we are talking about RP or its approximations, for which you may find some of us, not conversant with words like this one. We say aeronaut. Aeronaut.
Aeronaut.
What has made my evening is aeronaut. Somebody said aeronaut, but we say aeronaut. Aeronaut.
Aeronaut. Got it, Willis. So when there's an A and an E, that translates to A. Yeah?
So in certain words, A would be silent, like in this case.
Right.
You don't pronounce it as aero. Aero, no. You start from the sound A.
Okay.
Just like aeroplane.
Right.
But remember, in certain words, it will be E. E, that is a combination of A and E as, what we call a vowel digraph.
Right. Got it, Willis. Got it. Now, moving on to this other word. Do we say avian flu or avian flu?
You say avian. Letter A at the beginning of the first word, you say A, not A. Just like I once talked about aviation. We don't say aviation. Aviation, no. Aviation. Now we say avian flu. Avian flu, not avian flu.
All right, got it, Willis, got it. Now, moving on to this other word. Do we say comfortable or comfortable?
Constable, not constable. You see, sometimes there are some of us who may prefer or may imitate the way the Americans pronounce certain letters in various words.
Right.
For instance, you may hear somebody talking of committee instead of committee. Commission, not commission. But if somebody prefers that, then he or she would just use, the pronunciation.
All right, got it, Willis. Now, moving on to this one. Thank you for that. But I was asking about comfortable or comfortable. To be comfortable or comfortable.
Constable. Are you talking about a title?
No. I'm talking about comfortable. Like, I'm very comfortable in this seat. Is it comfortable? Comfortable?
Oh, Betty, we say comfort. Comfortable or comfortable. Don't say comfortable or comfort. Comfort, comfortable or comfortable.
Hey, Willis, that's a surprise. Comfort. Comfort. And comfortable.
Yes.
I don't know if you say that, if people will understand what you're saying, but anyway, so it's comfort.
Betty, I have always said many people know these things. You see, there are people who have, done linguistics. There are people who have got good backgrounds in terms of the foundation on
Right.
matters of English phonology. That is the sound system of English. There are so
Yes.
many people out there who know these things. But
Okay.
if somebody hears or is used to hearing comfortable, you will hear of comfortable. But the word is comfortable or comfortable.
All right, Willis, comfort or comfortable. Right, Willis, moving on to another word. Do we say requisite or requisite?
You say requisite.
Oh.
Requisite. Not requisite, not requisite. We don't say sight at the end of that word. You say zit.
Right.
Just like we say opposite, not opposite or
Right.
opposite.
Right.
Requisite, prerequisite, perquisite.
Ah, okay, that's a surprise, Willis. That's a surprise. I had
There
even
you are.
mentioned it wrong. Okay, moving on to the next one. Do you say gesture or gesture?
Letter G takes the sound J, just like
J.
in gender. We don't say gender,
No.
we say gender. So in
Gender.
this word, letter G also takes the sound J. So you say gesture.
Gesture.
Just like gestation, not gestation.
Right. Willis, moving on to this other word. Do we say
Yes.
truncheon or truncheon?
Tranchon, chon, not chion.
Okay.
We say tranchon. There is no vowel glide, no diphthong in that word. You say tranchon. Chon with a weak vowel sound O. That
Oh.
is a sure. Just
All
like
right.
lanchon.
Lanchon.
Not lanchion.
Okay, Willis, I know people who say luncheon. Okay, Willis, do you have a surprise word tonight after comfort? What else can you tell us?
Well, Betty, allow me to begin with the feedback question from Robert Mwangi of
Okay.
Nakuru, who wanted to know whether we say fraud or fraud.
Right.
So we say fraud, fraud. A and U combine to form the long vowel sound O. Fraud, not fraud.
Okay.
Fraudulent, defraud, fraudster.
All
Then
right.
the surprise word for tonight, Betty, is this one. We say leukemia, leukemia,
Okay.
not leukemia, leukemia, leukemia. No, you say leukemia, leukemia.
Okay.
So
Leukemia.
that is the surprise word. Yes, leukemia.
Leukemia.
Then finally, Betty, I sometimes bring words which are confused by many people, or you may find people confusing the spelling.
Yes.
Between these two words, the upper one is the correct word. Integrate, to integrate, integration, integrated, not integrate.
What?
Integrated, integration. We don't have that R in that word. If you check it anywhere, in fact, Betty, if you get R in that word, then call me so that I can give you a huge or wonderful prize. We say integrate, the upper word.
Integrate. Wow.
The lower one, no.
Okay. That's a surprise, Willis. Integrate.
Yes.
I think most of us pronounce it wrong.
Integrate.
Integrate. Got it, Willis. Thank you so much. Tonight was on fire with all those surprise words. Thank you so much, Willis. Always a pleasure.
You
hearing
started
from
it
you.
on fire, and I felt I had to keep the fire burning, Betty. And as usual, they can reach me on at Willis
Willis
Ocheng
Ocheng
1. That
1.
is on Twitter.
Right, at Willis Ocheng 1, that's his Twitter handle. Ask him all these questions that you have, including comfort and so many other words that you've heard him talk about tonight. You can always get him right here every Friday on Friday Briefing.